Alright. Day 94. See if we can win anything from the lottery. I honestly did not even see what numbers those were, so I don't know if they're good or not. They were not. They were bad numbers. Oh well. Here we go again. Right, not my box. I want to put Spectrier in the front. That's what I wanted to do right now. And let's fly on back to the Crown Tundra. Check out the Sinistea graveyard. So this is a good question. I mean, it's a graveyard, so it makes sense that there's ghost Pokemon here, right? But, like, there's Nidoran. There's things that change with the weather. There's, like, other just random regular Pokemon there. Specifically, the ghost types that have spawned are the, what do you call them? Not Dragapult, but the second evolution. Dracloak. So we've got Dracloak and Sinistea are the ghost types that spawn here. So why specifically Sinistea in this graveyard, you know? That's the question that I have. Is like, is there something special about the ghosts here, or is this just where a whole bunch of teacups? Are there just like a whole bunch of extra teacups lying around here? I guess I did find a cracked pot. There's like a cracked pot that you can pick up off the ground around one of these ruins. I don't think it was next to the graveyard, though. So yeah, what is the lore here? Why so many teacups in this graveyard? Because the ghosts could be anybody. They could be anybody's ghosts. It's just, where did all the teacups come from for them to possess? And it's a similar question why there were some teacups in the Glimwood Tangle, but there's a whole bunch in this particular graveyard. And that's also strange that they showed up in the Glimwood Tangle. I mean, it's not the weirdest thing ever, because sure, there's other ghosts in the Glimwood Tangle too. Specifically Phantump. But like, why are there all these teacups lying around for people to possess? Hello, Ambipom. Good to see ya. I'm trying to figure out the lore here of why exactly there is an increase in the number of teacups lying around in this graveyard. You know, because here's the thing. I feel like Dragapult, even though it's part ghost type, it doesn't strike me as a possessed... It's not a possessed object. It's a ghost type, but it's mostly a dragon. That's mostly what Dragapult is. So the teacup ghosts, though, like, so that's fine. That Dragapult doesn't really count. I feel like the only possessed object that the spirits from this graveyard are inhabiting is the teacups. So why are there so many teacups around? Maybe there used to be a tea shop here. It's the only thing I can think of. Well, I feel like I read somewhere, I don't remember where I read this, but I feel like it was in some, like, pre-writing evolution. I don't remember, something that they showed off before the game came out, that these particular teacups were used in hotels, maybe? Doesn't really have to be a reason. Maybe they just like it there. That's true. I suppose they don't have to be the same spirits from this graveyard. That's maybe assuming it a bit too much. Yay, guess who gets a 3-day weekend because they're sick? Aw, no. Shoot. I mean 3-day weekend nice, but sick not nice. Or lore. There might be lore. Maybe they're possessing the Nidoran. Yeah, all the Sinistea that are here, they're just visiting. The real possessions from the spirits living in this graveyard, they're possessing the Nidoran, exactly. Like a Dex entry. Yeah, I think I read it either from a Dex entry or on the Pokemon website that, like, ghosts like to haunt teacups found in hotels. So, like, maybe there used to be a hotel here and it, like, burned down and everyone died, so they had to replace it with a graveyard. But there was also lots of, like, porcelain fragments around from all the teacups, because that's what this hotel specialized in. Just tea. You can't see the face I made there, but I am not convinced by my own theory. I am not entirely convinced. Oh, that's more Nidorans. Can we get another teacup to spawn? Nope, that's just another Nidoran. Nidoran. No, that's a Nidoran. Well, hooray. We love ourselves some Nidoran. Alright, let's go check in this corner. I am really curious, like... Oh, that's a Nidoran. Just how frequently the authentic ones are spawning here. I mean, Cerebi says 1%, but Cerebi has been off on the shiny thing. So I'm not entirely sure. I mean, I don't know. I feel like Cerebi must get most of their information from data mines because it seems like they get so much information so quickly. They must have some way of, like, actually checking the spawn rates. So, I guess I should just trust that Cerebi is right, that authentic Sinistea is 1%. But since I haven't actually tried catching anything here, there's a part of me that worries that I'm, like, hunting and none of these are authentic. Or there could be some mechanic where the code says it's a 1% spawn rate, but what that actually means is, like, Sinistea spawns in one particular patch of grass, the authentic ones, and every other Sinistea that spawns is non-authentic. Which would be interesting, because then you know that if you found a shiny in that patch of grass, it was authentic. But I haven't done any testing to prove that. It just seems like Sinistea show up less frequently in that back patch, which makes me think that that's the 1% spawn chance, is in that particular patch of grass. I probably should spend a day, like, actually testing, like, just catching Pokemon, catching Sinistea in this area until one of them shows up as authentic, and then going into that other patch of grass and seeing if the first one I catch is authentic. That's what I should actually do. We'll just, the next Sinistea that I find in that back patch of grass, I will catch. And if it's not authentic, then that disproves the whole theory. If it is authentic, then we have to keep catching them until we find one that isn't authentic. I have a plan now. Plans are good. Well, Connor, I hope you're feeling better soon. And I hope that the symptoms of being sick aren't too extreme. Because there's times where you're sick where it's like, okay, don't hang out near other people, but you can pretty much do what you feel like doing. And then there are times where you're just, like, dead. And I hope that you are the former. That you have, like, a sore throat and a runny nose, but it's not bothering you too much. That is a teacup. They're so hard to see. They blend in so well. It'd be really cool if shiny Pokemon would actually show up on the overworld, like they did in Let's Go. That'd make this even easier. Although, it would be a lot less interesting, because I'd be running around a lot more and just not... I just would never be encountering something. It would constantly be me being like, is that a pink teacup? Or is it just another Nidoran? Actually, I'm very glad that they don't show up as shiny in the overworld. That sounds so much more tedious. Oh no, my Spectrier is growing fond of me. Now we get an extra dialogue box every time. Spectrier just seems like it wants to be petted. Ow, what? Oh. Didn't see a Sinistea there, but I'll take it. I think that was just a random encounter in the grass. I just want to see one of these be shiny so I know that they can be shiny, you know? Like, there's still a part of me that worries. Well, these Sinistea are... They used to be so rare that these ones spawning in the overworld must be shiny locked, right? They have to be. They wouldn't just let you encounter this many Sinistea. Right, so this is the one in this patch of grass. So I'm going to try to catch this one, actually, because I want to see if it's authentic. I'll just use an Ultra Ball. If this one's authentic, then I'm suspicious of this particular patch of grass. But odds are it should not be authentic. It's not supposed to be. I guess I should actually try afflicting with a status condition. It's probably a smart thing to do. I love this Mew. I'm so happy that I beat Red's team with it back in the day. I had no idea that that was gonna, like, give me a particular ribbon that was gonna someday give me the opportunity to have a title on my Mew that it was a living legend. It's very cool. Stop plotting. Just get in the ball so I can see if you're authentic. Alright. Time to check. No nickname. Alright. So if it evolves with a... Oops. Not that. Favorites first. Okay. It's not authentic. So... Nothing special about this patch of grass. My conspiracy theory has been disproven. Which means we can now release this Sinistea. Let's see if it has a mark. Any random mark? No. It's just a random fake forged Sinistea. Get out of here. We're not having any fake Sinistea. Not interested in your false... Magmar? I've not seen Magmar here before. Wow, all of a sudden just all kinds of Magmar. I guess because of the harsh sunlight, but... I'm surprised they didn't show up sooner. So, between today and tomorrow, I'm going to work on constructing my mono-electric team in-game. And I did some more testing on Showdown yesterday, and I think any luck that I was having earlier on was because people hadn't figured out the right strategies yet. Because my team is doing a lot worse yesterday. It felt like people have, like, figured out strategies. And those strategies involve lots of Landorus and lots of Galarian Moltres. So... that's exciting. But I have to keep reminding myself that I'm just building this team for fun. Like, it's not really gonna be able to keep up. What I want it to do is, ideally, I can have a combo with, like, Tapu Koko and Regieleki, or Tapu Koko and Raichu, to just, like, get to Master Ball really quickly. I just don't want to spend a bunch of time on placement games. Like, if the only thing this team accomplishes is gets me to Master Ball, and then it loses every game once it's there, I would be happy with that. I just want something to, like, climb the ladder really fast. I see a sparkly thing over here. It's a net ball. That's useless to me. I never use other special Pokeballs. I heard a Sinistea. There it is. They have such a quiet cry, but it's very distinct. So yeah, I'm mostly going to focus my time on the Raichu and the Regieleki and the Tapu Koko. But... I guess I'll work on the Luxray and the Arctozolt too. I was thinking of things to replace Arctozolt. I thought an electric flying type would be good, just to have another ground resistant, or, I mean, ground immunity. But the only electric flying types are, or that I was considering, are Zapdos and Thundurus. I was thinking maybe Defiant Thundurus, but I don't know. I'm just going to go with Arctozolt. What other team is Arctozolt ever going to be usable on? You know? There is literally no reason to ever use Arctozolt. Like, even if you were building a Hail team, you would not choose Arctozolt as your Slush Rush user. So I figure I'll use it. We'll give it its moment of glory. Its one appearance on a rental team. Let's see, I haven't actually caught a Magmar yet. I should probably catch this, huh? Alright, we'll actually work on the Pokedex, I suppose. Paralyze it real quick. Don't kill me. It's already sunny. You are a fool, Magmar. You have wasted your single opportunity to affect me. I still haven't spoiled myself on what the reward is for the... Oh, that's gonna hurt. Never mind. Mew is bulky. Still haven't looked up what the reward is for completing the Crown Tundra Pokedex. It would make sense if it was another charm of some sort, but I feel like if it was like a better shiny charm, I would have heard about it. Even if I was trying to avoid news, I would have heard someone say, like, way to increase shiny odds, make sure you do it. I bet it gives you, like, probably just gives you something random that isn't that useful. An even sparklier explorer's uniform. I forgot that I took false swipe off of my Mew. Okay, we got it. Got ourselves a Magmar. Standard thing that's on fire. What do we name this? Spitfire Pokemon. There's a magic card called Spitfire Lagak. So you know what that means. Lagak! Alright. Put it in the box. Never take it out again. But first we see if it has a mark. No. Nothing ever has a mark. Not in the shiny box, though. Put it in the Crown Tundra box. You get to sit next to Armaldo for the rest of your life. Have fun. Actually, that's probably not true. Eventually, I'll organize it by, like, dex number. And then it won't... Oh, Heatmore! No. Don't want a Heatmore. Not interested. All these random fire types coming out on the sunny, bright morning. We want ghosts. That's why we're in the graveyard. Teacups? Teacups? Teacup. We got one. I just need to see one of these be pink so that we know that they can be pink. So I guess yesterday they switched over the wild area event to be kind of Halloween themed. And Poltegeist shows up in raids, but it still has a standard rate of being shiny. And again, I would much rather just have a shiny Sinistea at this point. Like, that's what I'm specifically looking for. I'm gonna evolve it right away once I find it, but I've been hunting the shiny authentic Sinistea for so long. I feel like it would be a bit of a letdown if I just skipped right to Poltegeist. But with the Halloween spooky ghost type wild area event, there is a 1% chance in, I think, 5-star raids of finding a shiny Gorgeist, which is pretty cool. So I might try to find that. But I also want to do more Dynamax adventures because I still have yet to find a shiny legendary from Dynamax adventuring. I found 2 other Pokemon. I found the shiny Gmax Kingler and the shiny Lantern. So I know that the odds are good. but I haven't gotten lucky enough to have those odds actually apply on the legendary at the end. Also, I've been hunting 2%. Yeah. I've been hunting Reshiram, and every time I get to the Reshiram, I feel like the people that are joining me in the fight are not contributing. Oh, 2% for the Gorgeist. I was trying to figure out what the 2% was in relation to. But yeah. I just briefly glanced at the thing on Cerebi yesterday. 2% even better. That's twice as likely. Oh, right, because is it 1% for it to be supersized Shiny Gorgeist, and then 1% for it to be the smallest size Shiny Gorgeist? Which, in that case, I feel like I'd have to get both of them, right? For the collection purposes? No, go away, Nidoran. That's another Nidoran. Just all these Nidorans. No. Oh, Teacup. Also, since the Age of Calamity demo came out on Wednesday, just all of the Zelda stuff that I follow has been going crazy. Because, of course, the existence of this Guardian being able to time travel is like... It has thrown everything into question about what we thought was going to happen in Age of Calamity, and what we thought was going to happen with the Breath of the Wild sequel, and... Just no one knows if it's just going to be, like... just a random plot device that they decided to throw in that's just, you know, not actually going to have any significance for the timeline. But... because we have had splits in the Zelda timeline in the past with Ocarina of Time, there's like all of this curiosity now. Is this going to create another timeline split? Is this another parallel branch at the end of Age of Calamity? Like, can we win Age of Calamity? And I won't talk too much about... So there was some data mining that happened as well that uncovered a couple of details that have some very interesting implications that, depending... I'm gonna reserve my opinion until I like see how it's executed in the game, because the thing is, I still really like how the game plays. So even if the story, I mean, I want the story to be good, but I know I'm gonna have fun with it no matter what. And I'm the kind of person that, as much as I love Zelda, if they do something and say it's canon, you know, I'm gonna be like, okay. But for Breath of the Wild specifically, because they were trying to distance it from the timeline, I feel like there's more pressure, at least from my perspective, there's more pressure to like actually have a consistent timeline. Unless they use Age of Calamity to somehow explain how Breath of the Wild is at the end of all three timelines. Like, if they do that, I will be blown away and very excited. It's just interesting knowing that apparently Sheikah technology, like the Sheikah invented time travel. Like, we know this now. And that makes sense because in the very first game, in Skyward Sword, the Gate of Time... I can't remember if they implied that the Gate of Time was constructed or if it was just a thing that... I think it was implied to be a device. And the Sheikah was basically not a... I mean, it was a tribe in Skyward Sword. There were Sheikah because you had Impa. So I guess it makes sense that this would have been this device that they had for forever, and eventually they passed it down and reconstructed it in a Guardian model. Like, it's possible. It's not just out of the blue that this particular It is a little bit out of the blue that this particular Guardian can time travel, but, you know, because it's of Sheikah origin, and we have seen connections between the Sheikah and time travel in the past, it's not the craziest thing. It just seems really powerful. Like, why would the Sheikah build basically a sentient machine that can travel through time? Unless it's for a very specific purpose. I don't know. Because here's the thing. I think that in Age of Calamity, at some point, we're going to see the construction of this Guardian. Because I think that, like, Robbie and Purah probably build it. And I don't know. It's gonna be very interesting just to see where this Egg Guardian came from. How it ended up in Zelda's study by the end of the game. Or by the beginning of the game, I guess. Also 31 Sinistea encounters. It's still crazy just how many teacups we can find now. And thinking about how long this would have taken in the Glimwood Tangle. I wonder if I can hit 3,500 encounters by the time that I wrap up the Sinistea hunting on day 100. I feel like it's possible, but it might be a bit of a stretch. Go away, Nidoran. No. They're all just Nidoran over here. Oh, that's a Nidoran. That's a Duran, okay. Not interested. Gonna pass on that. See ya. One thing I realized with my Arctozolt set is that since I'm relying on Choice Scarf and Slush Rush, it's probably overkill to also give it a plus speed nature, but I don't know, because it's so slow, it might need everything it can get. But maybe with Choice Scarf and Slush Rush, I can afford giving it an Adamant nature so that it does a little bit more damage. I've done very few actual calcs with this team because it's not supposed to really be competitive, but I don't know. It's hard to build a team that isn't exactly competitive and then also want to play on the ranked ladder with it. Like, it would feel bad to invest time building a team that just literally can't do anything. But it is a mono electric team, so that may be what ends up happening. The thing I was finding yesterday was that people were getting really smart about switching out their Landorus and saving it for later. Like, early on in testing, people would just lead Landorus against me, and then they would just stay in and go for Earthquake, and it was never enough to... I mean, I had my Rotom, and I could kill it with a Max Hailstorm. But I think people must know that calc now or something. I should go back to leading Koko Raichu. Or not even leading Koko, but switching in Koko and giving Raichu the boost, and then maxing Raichu for Max Geyser. Because the Alolan Raichu Max Geyser can OHKO non-Dynamaxed Landorus. It's just if they Dynamax their Landorus that it turns into a problem. So we're getting a lot more brilliant Sinistea. I wish that translated to them actually having an increased chance of being shiny, but it doesn't. Which is a huge missed opportunity, honestly. You're giving this extra effect to Pokemon in the overworld, and it doesn't translate to an increased chance of them being shiny? Come on, Pokemon, what were you thinking? Honestly, I don't know what they were thinking with shiny Pokemon this generation. Like, it's just weird. Oh, I hear a Sinistea. Or actually, that might have been a Poltegeist. I think it was just the Poltegeist. No, you're not. No. Oh, that was definitely a Sinistea that I heard. Yeah, right there. There's a couple Sinistea. Very nice, very nice. So, for the past couple days, I found 75. So, I think we're planning that we're going to get to 3125. I also like how when you punch the Sinistea, the goop shoots out the bottom, trying to stop it from flying back. Yeah, it's a good touch, you know? They definitely knew that Sinistea were going to get punched a lot. But yeah, no, it's cool. I actually do really like Sinestea's design. Like, not just because it's a rare Pokemon and I'm hunting it. Like, I genuinely like this Pokemon. I like it competitively. I like its design. I like the fact that it has a rare thing about it. Like, I hear another one. Where is it? Oh, here, and there's another one in the back. And I used to say that I like the blue coloration better than the pink coloration, but I have seen so many blue teacups now that no, give me the pink one. I will way prefer having that one. Hello, Sam. It's going. You know, we're finding teacups. That's what we do. They're still here. Nothing shiny yet. I've mostly been alternating between rambling about building my electric team and Age of Calamity stuff. I hear another one. There's another Sinistea back there. Oh, that's a Nidoran, though. Blue Passimian, though. We're never gonna find another Blue Passimian again. I can't believe that we made it out of there. We told the game we would rather have no shinies than another Blue Passimian, and I have not found a Blue Passimian since then, and since we're not going back to the Glimwood Tangle, we're never gonna find another one. It's great. We successfully prevented the existence of Farambe, which I thought was inevitable. I thought that Farambe was a given. Like, eventually Farambe was going to come into this life. But no. Farambe shall forever exist in the void of our imaginations until someone else goes and catches it and names it that. Blue male Nidoran. Farambe lives on as a Nidoran. God, could you imagine? That would be so lame to find a shiny Nidoran in this area, because I'm like specifically trying not to encounter the Nidorans, and if I find a shiny one while I'm specifically hunting Sinistea, oh my goodness, that would be awful. You're a Nidoran, aren't you? Are you? Well, you're not a teacup, whatever you are. Okay, I heard one though. I hear it. It's over here? Yes. Instead of a pink teacup, a pink Magmar. No, stop cursing. Stop cursing the run. Cursing our attempts. We're already way over odds. Well, I guess not way over odds. It's been like, let's see, 1988. So we're going on 1,200 encounters since the last shiny teacup. I don't know. I feel like it should be showing up sooner. Considering the first two Sinistea that I found showed up in under 1,000 encounters each. Not much under 1,000, but under 1,000. The fact that this one is going on 1,200 is annoying. Sam used curse. The shiny hunting luck has been cursed, and now we will find a pink Magmar instead of a pink teacup, and we will all be sad. Yeah, it should be around 1 in 1,300 is technically the odds. But based on my own experience, I think that I like less than 1 in 1,000 a lot better. Those are the odds I'm working with. I don't think there's any more Sinistea back there. Wait. This Urshifu glitch is very interesting. I'm curious if they're going to go in and actually add a patch. Because Connor sent me something that someone found out. There's like Pokemon researchers that that find interesting mechanics within the game. Right, the slightly over 1 in 1300 at 97% time plus 3% of 1 in 512. Yeah. Yep, that's what it should technically be. But yeah, these Pokemon researchers found this mechanic that is probably unintentional. It is a disappointingly low increase. Yeah, it really is. But there's a thing in competitive where... Oh, you're a teacup. If a Pokemon uses Toxic on a turn, it increases the accuracy of all of their moves to always hit. Which means that if you have a Nidoran use Toxic at the end of one turn and set up Trick Room with a Rangaroo, and then use Instruct on the Nidoran so that it uses Toxic again at the start of the next turn, it can then use Horn Drill with 100% accuracy. Which is really funny, because there's no way that's an intentional mechanic. There's no way that... I mean, they just didn't think about it, that, like... Why would you need to worry about a Pokemon being able to attack twice in one turn? Except that you literally have a move that lets a Pokemon attack twice in one turn. So... It's a kind of obscure glitch, and it's still really hard to pull off, because you specifically have to use a Pokemon with Toxic, an OHKO move, and put it next to a Rangaroo with Instruct, and somehow set up make sure the speed tiers work the right way. So, like, there's a lot that has to go right for that strategy to work, but the fact that it's in the game, I don't know. I just feel like Pokemon should release a patch, just because that's a very obscure mechanic. Because, yeah, now, anytime I see a Rangaroo and Nidoking on a team, I'm going to be like, oh, well, they're going to try to set up Trick Room and Toxic Horn Drill me. Okay, I should be aware of that. Yeah. So the glitch is, specifically, when you use Toxic, it sets the accuracy of all of your moves to not be able to miss for the rest of the turn. So... if you find a way to have a Pokemon use Toxic and Horn Drill in the same turn, then your Horn Drill has perfect accuracy. It can't miss. So, what you can do is you can have your Nidoking use Toxic, and you have it set up next to an Orangaroo, so that the Orangaroo sets up Trick Room. So then the next turn, your Orangaroo moves before the Nidoking, so you can instruct it to use Toxic again, which then means that if you click Horn Drill with your Nidoking and it's already used Toxic from Instruct, the Horn Drill is gonna hit. Like, it has perfect accuracy. So, basically, it's a convoluted thing that happens, but it's just definitely a glitch that using Toxic sets the accuracy of all of your moves to 100%. Or not even 100, it's 101% technically, where it can't miss. So, yeah. Again, not game breaking, because there's very specific Pokemon you'd have to use it with, and the chances of actually being able to do that without getting interrupted somehow are slim. But it's still a programming oversight that, like, there's no way that using Toxic should increase your accuracy for all of the moves that you use after it on that turn. That's not how that should work. So yeah, it's kind of funny. I think it would be funny if Pokemon actually released a patch for it. I don't think they will. I'm pretty sure that that's just going to be a mechanic now. Like, that's just something you can technically do. But yeah, it makes me a lot more interested in a Rangaroo. I've always thought that there was something you could do with Instruct that would, like, there's got to be some instruct play that you can do that's gonna be kind of broken, and this is it. This is finally it. I mean, I fought against a team that had like instruct Earthquake on Rhyperior, so that Rhyperior just used Earthquake twice in a turn, and then of course Oranguru has Telepathy, and that just destroyed my team. So like, I knew instruct was good, and you can do fancy stuff with it, but this is on another level. Like actually breaking the game with instruct. And I love it. Right, boosting your speed to 1800 so it goes super slow. Exactly, exactly. Things that are in the game and technically could be programmed better so that they don't happen, but it's such an obscure case that there's really no need to go back and fix it. But just imagine the poor people who don't know about that interaction. And they, like, see this random strategy. Oranguru and Nidoking. So the thing that I'm curious about, though, is it specifically Toxic, or is it any move that has... Actually, wait. Toxic doesn't have 101% accuracy. Hang on. Okay, so that is a really specific interaction then. For some reason, I was thinking that Toxic had perfect accuracy, and it just doesn't. So that's what I thought the glitch was. But no, it's literally just that using... That's even weirder then to me. Because I thought Toxic accuracy... I thought that was the glitch, is that you take the accuracy from one move and extend it onto the next move. Did the people in Connor's group chat add any names to the division? No. I think they said it was Toxic. Joke. No one wants to see Paw Patrol. No one is interested. None of them wake up before 1 p.m. Yes, my stream is at a very strategic time to avoid viewers that will force me to play Paw Patrol. Oh, I heard a Durant. You don't want any Durant, though. Is there a teacup back here? There is a teacup back here. Wait, did I hit the random encounter, though? It's the random Nidoran! No guard Toxic. I mean, yeah, but Nidoking doesn't get no guard. That's what I don't understand. Is why would Toxic of all moves bump up the accuracy of the move used after it to always hit? That is an even weirder interaction, and I don't understand how that happened. Because in my brain, I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. You use a move that has perfect accuracy, and then the move that you use after it, because you're not planning on using a move after it. You would have gotten away with it if it weren't for you meddling college grads that need their sleep. Yeah, I really don't understand this interaction. I like, that is such a weird programming quirk. Because Toxic is 90% accurate. It's only the move used by the same user in the same turn. Exactly. So yeah, basically the only way to activate it is with Instruct. I'm pretty sure there isn't any other way to have a Pokemon use 2 moves in a turn. And it's also weird because you specifically have to use Toxic the turn before, so that you can instruct them to use Toxic at the start of the turn, and then Horn Drill after that. So, yeah, like, it's technically not broken because it's such a specific interaction. But in terms of game code, it's very broken that would ever happen. There's just no reason for that to be a thing. And the thing is, like, having a free knockout on a Pokemon, if you can find a way to like consistently make that interaction happen, having a free knockout on a Pokemon is a strong enough effect that people will like work this into teams. As difficult as it is to pull off, the fact that you're rewarded with a guaranteed OHKO, it's kind of worth it. But I don't know. At that point, you're basically trading 2 Pokemon on your team for 1 OHKO. Because the chances of being able to pull it off twice in a match are extremely unlikely. So, it's probably not actually worth building a team around. But I know someone will. Someone will want to use Oranguru and Nidoking anyway, and they'll be like, I'm going to have this interaction here just in case. Because it's not the weirdest thing to run Toxic on Nidoking. Or even Horndrill on Nidoking. Like, my thought with the 30% accurate moves is that there are situations that you get into with your teams where you just can't win. So why not have a thing that's like 30% of the time you get out of that situation? Why not? So, like, it's not the worst moveset, and obviously if you're running Oranguru, you're probably running Trick Room and Instruct. Like, I don't know. You're not actually sacrificing that much of your moveset. You're just building a very specific, slow Trick Room team, which people do all the time, so I don't know. I feel like there's a way that you can build a good team. And honestly, it probably works with Nidoqueen, too, because I think Nidoqueen probably gets Toxic and Horndrill. Unless Nidoqueen doesn't get Horndrill. I don't know. That would be... Because Nidoqueen definitely gets Toxic. Does it get Horndrill, though? Let me look this up. Horndrill. Oh, I missed a Rock Slide. Sad day. I don't think it gets Horndrill. I don't see it in its move list. Drill Run. Does it not get Horndrill? What? What is this? Where is Horndrill on Nidoking? When does it get Horndrill? Horn Attack. It's only VGC legal with Nidoking? Okay, okay. So you can't activate it twice on... You can't use it with 2 different Pokemon on the same team. Interesting. Okay. I'm surprised that Nidoqueen doesn't get Horndrill. They only gave it to Nidoking. Watch, this is actually a super intended strategy that the developers put in. They're like, you know, it'd be funny. It's only gonna work with Nidoking, so I think it's okay. But let's give it Toxic and Horndrill. And if someone instructs Toxic, oh, it's gonna be hilarious. Like, I almost think that's more likely than this just being a glitch. Because it's such a weird glitch, I almost think that it had to have been an intentional thing that some cheeky designer put in, and they're like, this'll be funny. Like, there's actually a line of code that specifically says, if you use Toxic first, increase Horndrill's accuracy. Oh, go away. Dugtrio used... Or it's a Steel. It was an Alolan Dugtrio, so you can't Toxic it. So, yeah. Interesting interactions all around. Very, very interesting stuff here. Could Recycle Focus Sash be broken? Does Recycle actually recycle Focus Sash? Like, how does Recycle work? Because the thing with that is you'd still have to find a way of bumping up your health all the way back to maximum. Because a Focus Sash only helps if you're at full health. But I thought Recycle only worked for berries. That's interesting if it just, if it recycles any consumable item, though. I did not know that it worked like that. Yeah, recycles a held item that has been used in battle. Oh, interesting. So you could recycle a focus sash, but the thing is you'd still be at 1 hit point if your focus sash had been used. Unless you have a way of, like, maybe you recycle after you're back at full health. I don't know. I feel like it would be, like, you could probably do it, but it would be such a weird... It would really only work on a stall team. Because, like, if you're spending all your moves to recycle your focus sash and heal your health, you're not really doing anything to the opponent. Unless it's on a Pokemon that's, like, boosting your ally somehow. Like, if you could do it on a Friend Guard Clefairy. But you'd pretty much always be running Eviolite on Clefairy. So I don't know. I don't think it would ever be broken because you'd be investing so many of your terms. Or not terms, moves. Send me the perfect Regieleki spread. Alright, I will check in a second. Let me find Teacup. Good. Perfect Regieleki spread. Let's see this. Sure. I looked at the moves last. Alright, it's Choice Scarf Regieleki with 252 speed EVs. It's Jolly Nature, so plus attack, or plus speed minus special attack. It's got 252 attack EVs, and its moves are Extreme Speed and Agility. Yes, clearly best Regieleki. Nothing can outspeed. Agility and extreme. I think the funniest part is that it's got extreme speed. Like, literally none of the EVs or any investment in speed matters at all. Completely irrelevant. Wait, is this a screenshot of them winning? Agility. God. Oh god. Does it actually work? But the thing is, there's no reason to use agility first. It's extreme speed. There's I don't understand. You're not even getting a transistor boost out of it. I think the perfect Regieleki spread involves choice specs. I genuinely think that choice specs is the right item for Regieleki. Or maybe Life Orb. Or if you're doing support stuff, then not choice specs because you want to use Electro Web for speed control. But if you're just going for a really fast offensive thing, I think choice specs is the right call. It's so strong. I just keep forgetting, when I'm playing on Showdown, I keep forgetting what... Oh, look at the Reggie's name. Was it Lightning McQueen? It is Lightning McQueen. Of course. Regieleki. You glorious ball of electricity. Well, I thought I was gonna get up to like 3125 for encounters, but I've been a bit distracted here, so I've slowed down. But I guess I still have like 5 minutes. We can maybe try to catch up. All right, this one. Oh God! I just realized that these Sinistea have Memento. Okay, that's terrifying. How do I get taunt on my Pokemon right now? Sudden realization that these Sinistea can just kill themselves. Yes, we are putting taunt on Gardevoir. And gosh. Oh, that's terrifying. I guess we'll drop Thunder Wave, because I'd rather have Hypnosis for being able to catch it in a Dream Ball. Oh, good grief. That was scary. Okay, we're gonna put it on Mew. Could you imagine if I had found a... Oh my gosh. Yeah, we'll lose transform. That's fine. Imagine if I had found a shiny Sinistea and it had just mementoed itself, and I hadn't been prepared for that. Oh no! Oh, that I am so glad I have not found a shiny Sinistea yet, because that would have been heartbreaking. Oh, that's an Nidoran. I thought that was... Okay, we're good now. We've got Taunt on our Pokemon now. It's fine. Shiny hidden ability Dratini and 56 eggs. Nice. That's awesome. Congratulations. That is very exciting. Oh man, I literally saw that Sinistea use Memento, and in my mind's eye I saw a shiny one using Memento. And yep. Okay. Glad I caught that little detail before it became relevant. Oh man. Let's see, shiny Dratini is pink, right? I want to say. Cerebi, Dratini. Oh, another teacup. What do you know? Yes, pink. That looks really nice. And then its hidden ability turns into multi-scale on Dragonite, right? Yeah, which is actually really, really good. Nice. That is a nice find. Every time that you say you find something in less than 100 eggs, I'm just like, I just look at my counter in the corner and I'm like, yes, I would like to find something in less than 100 encounters. It's not going to happen as encounters, though. Obviously, if you're going to find something quickly, egg breeding is the way to go. So, yep. Okay, so things I need to do if I find a shiny Sinistea. I need to taunt it. I need to switch to my Mew, give it a focus sash, bring it down to 1 hit point, put it to sleep. Right, taunt it, put it to sleep with hypnosis, switch to Mew. Yeah, Masuda is definitely the way. So yeah, taunt, hypnosis, Mew, trick focus sash, dark pulse, dream ball. Right? That is the order of operations here. Found Tortuga the other night, now going for Archant. Nice. Very nice. I hear a Sinistea somewhere. Where is it? Oh, it's over here. Dragonite's shiny isn't the best, but it's growing on you. Yeah, I agree. It's definitely one of those where, like, the early form shinies are really nice with being pink, but then Dragonite gets kind of green, and it's like, oh, why? Why did you make this decision? But yeah, I think it can grow on you. I mean, it definitely is more dragon-ish if you think of, like, traditional dragon colorations that you might see in artwork. Like that sort of green, and it has some purple in it too, right? Like that kind of coloration actually does fit pretty well. So, I think that's what's good about some of the shinies that don't look as visually appealing at first, is if you just consider like the coloration and how it actually kind of fits with the design. Garchomp is the most unfortunate example of it. Yeah. Definitely. More teacups? Nope, that's a Nidoran. That's definitely a Nidoran. Let's check back in the corner. That's a Dracloak. That was definitely just a Poltegeist making that noise. Heat more Dracloaks. Teacups? Teacups? Hello? We're not done yet. We've got another minute of hunting. Oh, I heard one. There it is. Gibble, amazing. Gabite, okay. Garchomp, non-mega. Yeah! No good. Alright, I'm gonna get two more. Two more Sinistea. Get me to 3120. Those are just Nidorans. I want more Sinistea. Oh, I hear one. There it is. 3119. Still not shiny. What a surprise. What a surprise. Alright, one more encounter for the day. Gonna get all the way up to 3120. There it is. Final Sinistea of the day. Just another normal one. Tortuga's a cool mint, but Caracosta is just dark blue. Yeah. Yeah, there are some very disappointing shinies in the game. And then there's some very good ones, but yeah. The ones that just slightly change the original coloration are the worst, I think. Alright, well, that's it for Sinistea hunting today. Thank you guys for watching the stream and hanging out. Got about 9 extras if I want one. 9 extra Dratinis? Maybe someday. I'm perfect 5 IV Adamant Dratini hidden ability. That's pretty cool. I don't know. I'm not planning on doing any Dratini team building at the moment, but eventually I might go for a Dragonair. But don't hang on to them on my account. If I need something in the future for competitive, I'll find a way of finding it. But that is tempting. That is that is a good Pokemon. Eat more now. But yeah, thanks for watching the stream. I'll be back tomorrow, as always. What is my character doing? He collected 300 eggs. Understandable. Yes, I see how you have a whole bunch of extra Dratinis that are really good. What is it? Oh, it's the hot weather, and I'm wearing this really uncomfortable golden outfit. I understand my character's displeasure now. But yeah, that's it for today. I'll see you tomorrow. Hope you'll have a great Friday and a good weekend as we go into it.